time to drop some more diamonds. I'm here with Aminah Vega here, Duke University, because she is one of the top athletes that you ever watch step onto a softball field. And I'm so excited to talk all things going into 2026.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Aminah, let's just break down her stats. I had to write them all down because it's a lot. Okay. So 2025, she ended the season batting .417. She's a back-to-back MVP with Duke, ACC Defensive Player of the Year. You let me know if I missed or added, we've got to keep going. She is a freshman record holder for home runs in a single season. Ladies and gentlemen, again, Aminah Vega. Thank you for joining me.
Of course, thank you for having me.
When you hear about all those different stats and all the things you've been able to accomplish here at Duke, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
How am I going to do it again?
Yeah.
What can I do more?
What do you want to do more? It's your senior year. If you could add one more thing to that list, what would it be?
To be better than I was last year. Yeah, I think every year, just to be better than what I was. Or maybe if people say that sophomore year was my best year, then I want to be better than that. Just be better than who I was previously. So,
what would you say is your motto, your mentality every day that you step onto that field to make that happen, to be better?
Well, I think now, since it's my senior year, now it's just showing up every day, just being like, how can I give 100% of what I have today and be the best person on the field in front of Duke softball, just so I can continue to be that person, that pillar, and then how can I build off of that and just continue to grow? Like, my goal is every day that I'm still learning, and there's a lot of things that I can still do differently today. So it's like, how can I become the best version of myself? And that's by continuing to grow.
You really set yourself at a really high standard from the jump, being the freshman record holder for home runs, as trying to get better and better. I feel like it's just kind of hard to continue to top yourself, but you do it. And so when you come into this field, you're even gonna, in a little bit, hit extra beforehand. What is your mentality as an athlete?
Oh boy. Hard work definitely shows, and it's no secret of who puts in that extra work and who doesn't. So I think for me, it's like, I never want to give myself a reason to not lack confidence. So in order for me to gain confidence, it's like, okay, well, if I am doing all the right things, like, I have all the confidence in the world. So when I'm able to get an extra and continue to grow and continue to become the best version of myself, it's like I go out there and I just play free because I've already practiced it so many times. I've been in the cages so many times, so many hours, that it's like, no, this comes easy to me now. So I think it's just the mentality of just like working hard and like putting all you have out there. I mean, I get to do this for 4 years. So like, how can I do it to the best of my ability for all these years?
What would you attribute becoming the Defensive Player of the Year to? The hard work, a certain drill, Coach Young, Coach Taylor, Coach Liv?
I would say my mindset. And then I would also say just like grinding, because sophomore year, I had a couple errors and I was like, no, like, I'm not letting anybody say that I'm a bad infielder. Like, I'm going to come here and I'm going to be even better infielder. So I think what some people would say was like, I did pretty bad my freshman year in the infield. Like, I got moved around to first base at some point because they were like, she can't play second right now. Like, we don't know where to put her. So they put me at first base. And I was like, I'm never letting this happen ever again. So started to grind and take more ground balls, come in for extra work every single day. And then before you know it, I became Defensive Player of the Year the next year. So it definitely helped. And I think also my confidence, after I started getting those reps and just like continuing to perfect all the little things that I was doing wrong previously, it was like, wait, there wasn't very many mechanical things that I was doing wrong. It was more about what was going on up here. So it was like, how can I go out there and just be like, I'm the best second baseman here, and I don't have to say anything. You're just going to see and you'll believe it. So I think as I started to step out on the field and be excited to play second base and show off all these amazing plays that I could make, I was like, no, this is fun. Like, I got it all here now. So like, now it's time to be the best defensive player. So, and that's exactly what I did.
And that's exactly who you are. Going out and doing that while wearing those 4 letters across your chest, what does it mean for you to be able to step on the field every day being a Duke softball player?
Oh, it's everything I've dreamed for, to be honest. I mean, Duke is an amazing place. And I mean, to step out every single day and just be able to have Duke across my chest, it's an honor. I'm like, wow, I get to represent not only an amazing university, but also be able to kind of resemble what Duke is, like what the program is, and kind of be that person that other people can look up to and just be like, okay, well, how can we do things right? Let's focus on that. So not only just doing the things on the field right, but doing the things off the field right as well. So I try to be an all-around person to be able to just let others see what I'm doing so that I can lead by example.
What would you say are some of the things that your coaches, whether it be Coach Young, Coach Liv, Coach Taylor, they've really been able to instill in you that have helped you get to the level you are today?
Oh boy. I mean, so many. I think first thing was just like instilling confidence in me of like being like, that is something that nobody can ever take away from you. And it's something that you have to believe. So as I started to get that more and more, I was like, oh, wait, you're right. Like, this is something that I can be rooted in over and over again. And then I'm like, okay, and now I'm going to be able to perform. So I would say kind of introducing this idea of just like being able to go out there and be like, hey, you're about to do this. Like, you're about to do this. I'm like, yeah, I am. And then being able to do it. I know Coach Liv sometimes when I'm like the first batter up to the bat, and I'm like taking my warm up swings, Coach Liv will walk around to first base, and she'll be like, "You're the best hitter," and I'm like, "Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am." And it's like in that moment, I'm like, "You have no idea what I'm about to do to this pitcher. Like, you have no idea." So I'd say that was probably one thing, but then another thing would probably be that I don't know, they have instilled like this idea of like living a life of excellence, which Coach Young, that's one of our core values. And it's like, how can you live a life of excellence outside of softball? And I think that's just being like I said, well-rounded. So I've leaned a lot on God and just like trusted him and just have been like, I have so much gratitude to be able to be here. And then also just like to be able to put the 4 letters across my chest and be like, okay, I'm here for a reason and a purpose. Like, how can I maximize this opportunity?
As you're working to maximize the opportunity, whether it be on the field or hitting, 2026 being your senior year, it's like this is the max of the max that you want to do. When you stepped into that first meeting that you guys had as a team coming into this year, what were the conversations? What was the energy like?
I mean, everybody was excited. I mean, this team is something different that I feel like I haven't seen before. Everybody is just so excited to be here. And I think there's enough returners that we're able to actually understand what it was like to get to the highest level, and that was to the College World Series. That I think it's like enough of us are able to pull people along, but then also the younger ones are also like, no, they're already on board. There's no need for us to pull them along. So I think when we got into that team room, it was like, how are we not just going to go to the College World Series, but how are we going to win the College World Series? And that was like the first conversation is like, that's their goal. When you look in our team room, it's up on the board. It's like College World Series is the end of it. Like, how are we going to get there? And then how are we going to win? So I would say that conversation is focused on like, we're going to win there. We're not just going. So
What are your goals for 2026, your senior year?
I would like to say that it's just to be better than who I was. Yeah. I think when I put specific things on the like list of like what exactly I want to do, it's kind of just like a checklist. And it's like, no, I want to exceed all of these like checklist items. I kind of want to be like person who walks out of the Duke program and they're like, oh no, she helped her team win at the College World Series. She was the best athlete her senior year. Like, that's what I want them to say. I don't want them to say, oh, she was just this her senior year, like just read off like one stat. I want them to say like, no, she did this for her team in this 2026 season.
If you describe the team right now in one word, the energy for 2026, what would it be?
Ooh, fire. I think we have a lot of fire in us. I think we're really excited. I think we're a team that's ready to just compete, even with all odds against us. We're like, no, we don't care what anybody has to say. We're about to win. Like, that's our goal. So I would say that.
Hearing your ranking being 19, years prior, it was a lot higher. Did that add any more fire to you? Or is that something you guys don't even look at or worry about?
Maybe some people do. I don't.
Yeah.
Those rankings don't mean anything to me because at the end of the day, you can either be ranked higher or lower at the end. So to me, it's like, not even how can I prove you wrong? It's like, how can I be better than I was when I did get ranked higher in the previous season? So yeah, no, I don't pay attention to them as much as maybe other people do.
How would you describe yourself as a player?
Ooh, I would say very like, I think energetic one, but then also at the same time like very mellow. Like I'm not like screaming, but I'm consistent. I'm like always there. Just you are always gonna feel me in some way, but not in a screaming way or a raw way. But it's like, how can you feel me in like a minimal way of just being like, oh wait, she's not screaming, but I still feel her when she's up to bat. And then I would just say like very talkative. I'm out in the field always talking to my teammates because I've realized that the more I talk into them, it's like the more I pour into them, the less I'm consumed with my own. So it's like I'm very talkative, but then also at the same time like very consistent.
At 2024 season, well, on top of that, one of my favorite quotes is, "I don't strive to make my presence known, but my absence felt."
Yeah.
So you don't have to, I won't be the loudest, but you'll recognize when I'm not there.
Yeah.
You'll feel it, the energy.
Absolutely.
The team that went to the World Series in 2024, those that have been there know how hard it is. Sometimes the best teams don't even make it that far. What do you feel like drove that team to getting to the World Series? And what do you feel like this team now has to do in 2026 in order to get back? Not just to get back, but like you said, to win.
Same thing. I think that team, we every year we come up with a motto, and our motto for that year was unleash. And we said that as a team, we were like free swaggy dogs. We were like, one, we're free. We don't care about anything. We just play. We have so much fun on the field. Like if you were to look at us, we are laughing. We have so much fun. On breaks, we would do silly things like rain breaks, things like that. But then we were so swaggy. Like we were like, we're the best team out here. We don't even care what ranking you are. And then we were just dogs. We didn't care about anything. We were like, we're here to fight. We're here to fight. We're here to fight, and we're here to get it done. Yeah. So we had that energy, and I think this year we have very similar energy, which is really exciting. It's like we're kind of just like, we don't care. We're ready to fight. Like we're here to fight. So
what's the motto for this year?
This year's fire.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
are you gonna have fire around?
I mean,
hopefully,
maybe.
What are we doing?
Maybe. Hopefully, we'll have fire when we go out to the field. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Cold. All right. Well, when it comes down to Duke softball, Coach Young, and all the coaches that the staff here, what would you say you were most proud of throughout your career, from your freshman year all the way now to it being your senior year?
Like personally, or like as a team?
Both.
I mean, I think when we got the opportunity to go to the College World Series, I mean, when we won against Mizzou, it was like, wow, like this is incredible. Like that was a feeling that I feel like I'll never forget. I know I have like some photos from that game of just being like my smile was just like, I was so excited. The team was so together. Nobody cared about their performances. Like we got it done. Like that's all that mattered. So I would say that was probably one of the proudest moments for sure.
For you, when you stepped out there in Oklahoma City, what's the initial feeling?
Whew. I think initially I was like, wow, this is a lot. There was like a lot of videoing, and like I think 4 teammates got called to do like videos and stuff like that before. And then when we got on the field, I was like, oh, this is nothing. Like this is nothing compared to where we just were. Like Mizzou set us up for such an amazing place. Like I'm like, actually, that was God giving us Mizzou, because at first we were like, we're higher than them. We've won more games than them. Like we're like, this is crazy. And then we went to Mizzou, and when we won, we're like, oh no, we needed this. We needed this to be prepared for what Oklahoma City was like. And then we got to Oklahoma City, and we're like, oh shoot, this is nothing. Like
it'll be easy.
Mizzou, this is gonna be easy. So I think the reason why it wasn't easy is because we were so excited to be there, and we weren't thinking about how much we were willing to go after it and win. But I think this year we got past that, and now we're ready to win.
Now you have that experience.
Oh yeah.
And that leadership, be able to get back.
Absolutely.
Last question. What would you say is your favorite failure that has led you to some of your best successes here at Duke?
I would say we were playing Boston College, and Abby Dunning was just throwing. She was doing amazing. Shout out to her. I think she struck out almost our whole lineup, at least once through the lineup. She was doing great. And it was a 1-0 ball game, or a 0-0 ball game. And it was the 9th inning, I think, the 9th or the 10th inning. And I struck out 3 times already. And it was my 4th at bat. And I was like, what? Like, there's no way that this girl is going to strike me out for the 4th time. Like, I cannot allow this to happen. And we had a runner on first. I honestly want to say it was probably D. And I ended up hitting a home run and walked it off. And I was like, wow, like, not only did I not let you strike me out, but we just like won the ball game. So that was probably one of my favorite, because in the moment when you have 3 strikeouts on you, it's kind of just like, yeah, how are you going to get out of that? Like you didn't even put a bat on the ball. So I think that was definitely one of my favorite failures that turned into a success.
Well, I'm so excited for this year, your senior year, and going out and being in Duke. What would you say are your last words? We'll look at the camera and This is the beginning of the season. You're talking to yourself at the end of season. What do you want end of season Aminah to know from beginning of season?
Duke is coming to win.
Period.